Hello, everybody. I hope that you're all doing well. We are here with a timeless reading. Before we get started, let's set the intention for this to be a space where everyone allows themselves to feel seen and validated, and ultimately for this to be a safe space and a healing space in alignment with the highest good. All right, we're starting off with the Ten of Swords. I'm seeing this as being I feel like something had like fallen apart all over the place and you're like vacuuming all of it up now. Like I'm actually even, the tower came out reversed, and when the tower comes out reversed, it's like avoiding a tower by like course correcting. So you may have ended something because you were like, I know where this goes, I know where this leads, and I don't want to have to deal with a tower. And so I'm seeing that you like cut it off before you would have hit a tower. So you stopped a tower from happening is what I'm seeing here. And now I'm seeing you moving on from it. You're like, oh, like close call. That's what I'm seeing this energy be. That doesn't mean it was easy to close things out. I'm seeing it was still challenging to do that. But I'm seeing your actions of doing this helped you to avoid a tower that you would have like suffered through had you moved through this or experienced. So, vacuuming everything up. And continuing on with what you've been doing. With what you've been working on, yeah, I'm seeing you go right towards the Ace of Pentacles. So you were like, miss me with that tower. Now I'm seeing you move through it. So this is like starting to become old news at this point. You like really saved yourself here with something. Because you would have gone through a tower for sure had you not cut off whatever this was or stopped doing whatever that was or said no more to whatever that was. So yeah, you stopped the tower from happening. And now I'm seeing you moving forward. I'm seeing you have like plans that you're making now. I'm seeing also too that if you had been trying to make plans with something that was connected with the tower, like they would have also sort of... I feel like something is now coming together rather than it falling apart because you avoided the tower. It's like a cleanup that's happening. So now I'm seeing you making like new plans and stuff like that. And this is something that you feel like is solid for you. You're like, I'm hearing, where do I go next? There's somebody here that I'm seeing you're hanging out with. So I wonder if you like started to see something falling apart and you were like, no, I don't want that to happen. And you like reversed it to make it stop. Because I'm seeing there's somebody upcoming, I'm hearing up front that you're connecting with. I'm seeing there be like plans to see this person or plans to hang out, plans to get together, something like that. And I'm seeing you guys are like actively working together now. And maybe that wasn't happening before. Maybe because you had to close something off. Because I'm seeing that if you hadn't shut down whatever that was in the beginning, that like it would have led to a tower. So you basically like cut it off before that could happen. So you could like move on to this new beginning or like this new chapter that you actually would like to have. And I'm seeing it's like there's connection in this new chapter for you. I'm seeing somebody that you're connecting with. For some of you, this can be like a group of people that you're connecting with. So 4:44 on the time when I looked up. there can be a person that you're seeing. It's like, whether this be like a person or a group or a community or like a gathering or a family event, whatever this is for you that's like on your mind that feels very valuable to you, there is connection here where you feel seen, and that is very important for us as social beings. I'm seeing something that looks very, very happy. Very, very happy. But I think that you're recognizing that this would not have been possible if you didn't cut off whatever was going on before. Like, if you didn't end that. Because it feels like it's something that would have blown up in your face. This person that you're hanging out with, it looks like there are like next steps that are going to follow, and it's leading up to like something important with them, where there may be like something that's really coming together solidly, like with this person or this group. This can be somebody where you're like, I want to build a life together with you. This can be a group where it's like, I'm going to come here every like Thursday, you know, something like that. And I keep seeing this on the bottom of the deck. So I'm seeing just things feel very like right for you emotionally at this point. Like making the right choices for the right reasons, and really checking in and being like, what's motivating me? Do I want to be motivated by that? Do I want to be motivated by this instead? And I'm seeing you're like experiencing the good consequences of that. I feel like consequences has a connotation with it that's like negative, where we see it being like we're being reprimanded in some way or dealing with something we don't want to be dealing with. I mean more so like the karma, like the cause and effect of what's going on here. And because you're being motivated by your heart space and by what feels like empowering and fulfilling to you and happy to you, and like where your joy is, and making decisions that are aligned with that, I'm seeing that now you're connecting with things that are more aligned with that. Whereas before, if you were making decisions out of fear, like the world is very scary, you look at things and feel very intimidated by them when you're looking at it through a lens of fear. But now that you've sort of like switched the trajectory of things because of switching that lens over, I'm seeing it be more filled with connection and things that you do want to be a part of, and things that you do want to be involved in, and things that you do want to be committed to as well, like happily. Yeah, I'm getting that right now. The reason that what helped you avoid a tower was really thinking about what you are trying to live and what you're trying to experience and what you're trying to build within your life. And when we have the Emperor come out, making decisions aligned with the Emperor is like, I got to do like the right thing as far as like what I believe. I may have to do the more difficult thing now, but it's going to be better off for me later. So like, I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it now. It can be playing chess, being mindful of the moves that you're making and how they're going to affect you later on down the line. It can also be making like the tough choices that it's not for the faint of heart to be aligned with the Emperor. It's like really exercising your masculine energy, which all of us have masculine and feminine, in a way where you're thinking about the type of future that you want, where you're thinking about now and how that affects things later. When you're making disciplined choices, that may not be the easiest thing, but it's like the code that you live by and the choices that you're making associated with that, and the benefits that you reap because of that. So I'm seeing you just like really holding it together here in a way where you feel very like adult with how you're doing things, like very professional, the way that you're keeping it. This can be like putting on a brave face too, working through something that like it may be hard to do. Moving like the Emperor is a challenge to us because it does take the discipline and consistency to move in that way. The Emperor is the amalgamation of all of the kings. And so this is like being smart with what you're doing. It's about connecting with your heart when you're making choices and managing your emotions when you're doing it. It's about like thinking about your stability and your responsibility, and also pushing forward with things that you want to push forward with, and initiating what needs to be initiated, and not holding back and like seizing the day, all of that. And doing so in a valiant way, too. Yeah, I'm seeing you move towards a space where you feel like things are balanced again, like things are right. Yeah, you may have needed to make a decision that was hard, but you were like, when I really reflect on like what's right and wrong as far as my standards, like I know what I need to do here. And so I'm seeing this new beginning that you have. It's like one that's balanced, where you're like, I feel like I'm aligned with my integrity here, and that really means something to me. Because this means like really getting off on the right foot here, and I'm seeing that like it brings this feeling of you being very solid now. But yeah, there may have been something difficult that you needed to lay down here. How about that? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of different cards. I'm seeing the Emperor, I'm seeing Justice, the Empress between Aquarius, Taurus, Pluto. We also have the Tower here, which is Mars. Some of you, you're connecting with a Libra, an Aries, an Aquarius, and or a Taurus. They can also be Aries Mars, Libra Mars, Aquarius Mars, Taurus Mars, or Aries Venus, Libra Venus, Aquarius Venus, Taurus Venus. Or suns. Yeah, it looks like there's something about a contract that's happening now. To have the Emperor and also the Empress and them being connected by the Justice card, this can be like a contract or something that's happening now between you and another person. Because I'm seeing there are like plans to meet somebody. For some of you, this has to do with, there can be like marriage or higher commitment that's involved, just because the Hierophant is here and also the Justice card. And they can speak about like commitments, things that we're committing to, things that we believe in as well. Sacrifices I'm also hearing too. But I'm just getting that it's like there were two different ways that you could do things, and one would have led to a tower, and because you kept on track or course corrected on a track that like may have not been the easiest thing to do, but it was the right thing to do as far as how you're perceiving things, that it allowed things to like move in a much better, smoother way, and you got to avoid a tower here. And I'm seeing you actually looking at that now. Like if I hadn't like ended that thing back there, all of this would have blown up for me. So maybe you needed to like wise up with something too, or like lock it up. Because it feels like one of those moments where it's like you recognize that something is a close call, and you're like, oh, I'm so glad that I didn't have to go through that, and now I'm gonna make sure that I like don't set myself up to experience that. So it's like you almost like saw it happening, and you, whatever it is that you did here, you like avoided that from actually like manifesting. But I'm seeing you still like learn the lesson anyway without having to go through it, is the energy. That's what I'm seeing. So yeah, a lot of wisdom to be gained through this. There may be some things that are still a bit tough to look at. Like, I'm seeing that You needed to sort of move on from something, and it could have been a really tough decision. Like the way that I'm seeing this Emperor and the Nine of Swords here, this can be like, I know what I need to do here, and it's not easy for me, but I'm going to do it anyway. Like, I may feel worried about it. I may have a lot of anxiety about it. There may be a lot of things that I'm like, what if, but I'm going to do it anyway. So this is you doing things in a way that, like, you admire the moves that you're making. Okay. I'm seeing there be some things feeling unsure about a dynamic between you and another person, and things feeling like they're kind of new, and maybe that feeling a bit unsettling because it's like, what's going on here? Because I'm seeing it's not the Lovers, it's the Two of Cups, but I feel like this is somebody that you're connecting with in a special way here. Something that you're bringing together. But you really feel like you're getting off on the right foot. I'm seeing that be very, very important here. Like there's like nothing that you're holding back. I'm seeing just everything be very transparent here. And I'm seeing that there's going to be a new beginning. I'm seeing that you're also going to be getting more word about this too. It may clarify something for you that's currently not been clarified. Like you getting information or having a conversation that helps. I'm seeing that the reason that you had been feeling like really going through a lot mentally is because you were feeling conflicted, and you may have been having like an argument with somebody or something was going on, but I'm seeing that it's like you guys are going to talk about it and figure out what you want to do here. But I'm getting that if there's anything that you've been holding off in a decision that you feel like you need to make, that now's the time to do it if you're willing to, but there may be a part of you that's still struggling a little bit. Okay, let's look at this. So it does look like there was you had the choice of like whether or not to end something. It's like, do we do it? Do we not do it? So I'm seeing it kind of be like on the table. Do we want things to like break up? Do we want it to stay together? What do I do here? I'm seeing a tower was avoided. I'm seeing that the reason a tower was avoided was because something was like actually reflected on properly, and that somebody decided that something may not have been easy for them, but they were going to make the right choice because they needed things to be like transparent and balanced and aligned for them. And so I'm seeing this lead to a new beginning with these two energies coming together. And I'm seeing somebody feel like it was really hard for me to move through this, but I'm really happy about the way that I came through and how I showed up and how I handled this. And I feel like I'm really ready to commit to this and to start. And so I'm seeing a new beginning. I'm seeing the Empress, and I'm also seeing the Fool here. So this is like feeling like you're fully charged going into something, feeling like you can really give your best to it, that it's a clean slate. And I'm seeing that it looks like there's another person or another thing that's involved in this that you're connecting with. You're like bringing these two pieces together. I'm seeing there be plans that you're making. I'm seeing you talking to somebody about like things being new and exciting and all of that stuff, and like where we are now at the beginning of this cycle. And I'm seeing it be like very, very happy. Like I'm seeing you and somebody else coming together, and I'm seeing that there may be some tension still that you guys are like working out. Like there may still be some things that need to be squared away, but I'm getting that now you sort of like have the room and have the space to have those conversations now with this person and figure some stuff out, okay? All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.